Kia ora. As I promised, I said I'd put a little video together to help with everybody putting in the 3 to 5 KPIs. But just so that we remember why and what we were doing, I'll outline that and then I'll go into a quick explanation and then work through step by step. It would be useful to go through it step by step, and you'll probably have to press pause on the video now and again and do a little bit of work and then press pause again later. It's not expected you go through this in a one and remember everything. So here we go. Let's have a look at the Guts project. There was the OP, the Capables goal 3 that the Guts is all geared towards. And if we scroll down here, we can see that in one of these, and I can't remember which one, we had a specific outcome around adding in our team KPIs. It's right down here somewhere, but it comes directly out of this. So a good place to start would be to think about what are the 3 to 5 things that you feel are most relevant for you to achieve, most significant for you to achieve in 2018. These can fall into two different categories. One is a task KPI, so something you complete. So it could be produce a report, write a document, finish delivering a course. It has a clear endpoint. It might be project based. The other type of KPI is an objective level, and if you think of these objective KPIs, they're a bit like having a speedo or a pressure gauge. Yeah, that you're up high on it or down low on it, and that will vary. So perhaps it could be something around completions, it could be around the amount of time or success you have at something, or at any given time. It's a rolling tally or an indication of where you're at any point in time. So if you want to have a think about 3 to 5 things that you want to monitor before the end of 2018, some might be task based with a definitive end to them, some might be more objectives like a pressure gauge where it's your state of play at a given time. Press pause and spend a few minutes just writing some notes down on what they might be. Okay, so back again. Let's shift to a different page. Where we record our KPIs is in the Performance Excellence portal. The Performance Excellence portal does take a little bit of getting into. I'm only going to cover one tiny little slice of it here, but this Performance Excellence portal, or the PEP, was actually quite a big part of our success in getting the Baldrige Excellence Award as an institution. So it needs us to take part in it for that to work in that big picture as well. So at the moment, I'm in Tohono, the staff hub. If I go down here, you'll see that there's a tab that goes off Team Performance. If you're working at home or off of the OP network, you'll need to use whatever system you normally use to get onto the OP network. Yeah, so it might be your virtual network or a different system. You'll all already have something there. If you're not on the OP network, the words Team Performance will be greyed out and you won't be able to access it. Yeah, so click in there and it takes us to the Performance Excellence portal. In terms of navigating the portal, I'm not going to worry too much about this left hand column. In here we've got the headers for each stage. These alternate between being in Te Reo Pakeha and Te Reo Maori, and down in the bottom on the right hand side here there's different levels. So this is just a navigation aid. This is going in from effectively the staff directory. This is monitoring performance at the OP level, monitoring performance at the whole of Capable NZ level. This is the team, which is where we'll potentially be recording team stuff. And this is at the my performance level, and I'd like you to click on that. So now would be a good time to press pause, open up the Performance Excellence portal in another window and get to the Me tab. Okay, back into it again. So you can see in here, and it's in English now, which helps me out, we've got my planning and my tracking. So I already have some objectives in there, and you can see this one was on track, this one's completed, and that one's on progress. So these are task-based ones, and the other ones that have got the definitive end. These ones are objective-based, and it's a measure of my performance at any given time. I'm going to jump into my planning, and the thing that you'll see now is a new item. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to add a new item, and it's going to be a new objective. So any of those KPIs that were a measure of how you're doing at a given point in time, that's what you put in here. So here is the window that lets you input your KPI. So KPI I'm going to put in here is all investments returned to okay, so I'm setting myself a target. It's part of, I'm in 3 teams across the organisation. Most, I think, will only see one, but this one is related to capable. And you have to click that a couple of times. The unit of measure, I'm going to do as a percentage, and the higher the percentage, the better. And the target is 100%, all of them sent back there. And excellence, I don't need to separate off, I can't do any better than 100%, that's already a fairly excellent target. The amber value, if I'm only getting half of them back, well, let's say 75% of them back in time, I should be giving myself a little bit of a nudge and looking at what I'm doing. If I'm only getting half of them back, then that's a red value. I want the traffic lights to change and give me a warning that I'm not doing so well there. At the moment, I'm probably on about 70%. And if I wanted to, the new assessments taking more time. Yeah, and that will change as we go along. Sounds like I need to do a typing course as well. The purpose of that, I can relate that to any of the capable goals, and I'm going to say it's goal 3 for the systems, and these are OP level goals. Yeah, and this tagging that allows us to look at everything that's been done in OP to enhance and work towards those goals. So KTO could go in and look at everything that's been done around treaty responsiveness. I could go in and look at everything that's been done around sustainable practice. How often am I going to look at this? I think I'll probably look at that quarterly. I don't need any calculation notes here. It's a percentage of them going out, and that's just my guesstimate of that. It is an efficiency of how we do things rather than an effectiveness, and I can see it coming. Yeah, I don't need like an exam or a result of an audit would be lag because I'm not getting any formative feedback as to how I'm progressing towards that target. I am seeing that target forming, so it's a lead objective, and I'm going to save that. So you can see now that I've gone back to uh, my planning, that all assessments are returned to learner with feedback within 10 days of submission. And if I nip to my tracking, I've got an amber on it because it's only at 70, but I've got a note here saying, and the next time I want to update that, uh, so say it looks actually that we're doing 75, uh, explain in there, and that is the update to 75. So it's a current and relatively live tracking, and I've committed to do that quarterly. So if you have some of the KPIs that you've listed that are objective type KPIs, the ones that are a description of how you're doing at this point in time on something, press pause and enter a couple of them in now. So the second type of KPI was my planning. So I'm going to click on the my planning. I can see the objective one that I set up earlier, and I can see it looks quite different here because I've got a different format, and these are task goals, and they all have a definitive end. So this task, design all assessments for year 3 of Bachelor Leadership for Change. So it's a set of tasks and there is a clear end point. Yeah. Okay, and that's on goal, and I can't remember without looking up. The start date was at the start of this year, so that's fine. And we need to have them done by the end of this year. In fact, we probably need them done by November. We haven't completed it yet, so I don't have a actual completion date. They are in progress and on track, just. Yeah, and that one is a bit more alive. So rather than the quarterly monitoring we had before, this is monthly. And I'm going to save that. So there it is there. That's the one I'm working towards here. You can see these completed ones. Once they're marked as complete, they stay on there, I think, for 12 months. They're ones from my last role, and there'll be a sort of running tally where they'll gradually disappear. So I can nip to my tracking. Takuhaire Fakamua. So my tracking, and you'll see there it is there, and I can update that if I get ahead and complete it, or if I'm falling behind and perhaps it highlights it needs a bit more resourcing. So basically, using the Performance Excellence Portal does help tie in what we're doing to the whole institutional's performance management and how we monitor it. If we each have 3 to 5 KPIs, that was what was agreed at the team retreat, and they can be a mix of task or objective based and entered into the me section of the Performance Excellence Portal. We add them in, uh, and that's a really good start point for us to evolve our team-based performance plan, which is a big part of that goal 3 that Guts is trying to address. Really happy to answer any questions on this. Just let us know how I can help. So, yep, drop me an email. I'm heading away for a couple of weeks, but I'll still be replying to emails. So, ka kite, and thank you very much.